All right, folks, today we are going to be going through electric field hockey. This is that lab that some of you have been running into an issue of running where your computer's maybe giving you a error about Java or your computer doesn't support Java. It's maybe telling you that this might have a virus on it. In reality, it's just an old security certificate. At least that's what we've been told. But still, I'm going to run through it on video for you today. And I'm just going to do the basics so that you can at least answer the questions in the lab if you're not able to get this to run on your computer. So you might want to pull this up on Buzz and pause the video here while you're doing that. But as we continue, I'm just looking at question number 1. So in question number 1, we have this electric field hockey game here, right, where we have these electric fields from charges. And it looks like I turned on field and it's not showing right now, but that's all right. Once we hit start and we put some fields in place, we're going to actually see some electric fields show up and some charges moving around. So we can reset everything. In this game, we have both positive and negative charges. Those are going to be our 2 charges for the electricity unit. And in number 1, our challenge is to get the positive test charge, so our little black puck right here, into the goal on the right of the screen. So up here, you're going to see you've got all these little buckets of charges, both positive and negative. And in number 1, we're just supposed to play around with it a little bit. So, hey, look, we can play around with it a little bit and we can move the charges and we can make them kind of do some wacky things. And we get like kind of these cool field patterns. And depending on how you drag these out there, you'll get kind of different results. So as you're looking at this and we're hitting go, I want you to pay attention both to the arrows, which are kind of representing our fields, and those are the black arrows. And then also take a look at the little arrows coming off of our black puck. Have we seen arrows like that on anything else throughout this year? I'm gonna hit start. We're just gonna let it move around and check that out. It's kind of cool. It's a little wacky. Sorry, I ramble in our online school thing and I trail off. It's kind of awkward. I'm not used to this either, guys. So, as we keep playing, we can kind of look and see, oh, hey, look, this puck seems to be really moving towards those negatives away from that positive. So as you're looking at your observations, maybe think about that. I also want you to think about what happens as we get those charges closer to each other. So our positively charged puck is now getting really close to this positive charge, and take a look at what happened to that arrow. Boy, it seems like if I do something like halve the distance, that arrow gets more than twice as big. Interesting. All right. So in question number 2 here, we are supposed to use just positive charges, arrange them on the playing field, make sure we have our field thing checked, and get the test charge into the goal. So let's see if we can do that. I like it when it really, kind of give it a slap shot here. There we go. No goalie, empty net. Goal. All right. Really the thing we're trying to look at here, right, is was it attracted or repelled by that positive charge? And think about, again, what happened as their proximity changed, right? Take a look at that orange arrow as their proximity to each other changes, or like, you might even say the radius between the 2 charges. All right. Now we're going to use just the negative charges, and we're going to arrange those on the playing field in order to attract this puck into the net. Now, if we're playing with it here, we can notice, oh, look. As it's far away, it barely has any forces acting on it. As it approaches, it gains a lot. The force drastically increases. I used 4 different charges there, and you'll notice, oh, hey, look, there's 4 of those force arrows. Pretty neat. All right. So that is question number 3. We've arranged it on the playing field, and we test the charge, got the test charge into the goal. We reset the applet. We want to make sure that with both of these, you're taking note of how the charges and react with each other and the direction and strength of the electric field. So one thing to pay attention to, right, is if we bring 1 charge in, oh, now we've increased that charge. We are kind of increasing the strength of that field with more forces. Now in number 4, we're trying to use numerous charges to get the test charge into the goal. Now, it's going to be like kind of the same principle here. I can use my positive charges to repel our positive puck, negative charges to attract our puck, and we can see how good of a shot we can make here by just increasing the overall amount of charges. Bam, right in there, a little bit faster this time. Not super exciting. But number 5 encourages us to increase the difficulty. And if you're playing along at home, you can see, oh, hey, look, we're going to get little mazes that we can send our puck through here. Right? Practice was really just get some experience messing around with it and seeing how the charges work. If you actually are in the simulation, go ahead, give the challenges a shot. If not, there's not really that much additional knowledge or learning you're going to get out of watching me go through those challenges. For number 6, you're going to want to make sure you use your observations and notes from the game to answer the questions, right? So just maybe watch the video, try answering the questions, type them in, and submit them. Those are part 1. All right. Thanks, everyone.